What's up, everybody? It's your favorite philanthropist, favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the SHFiguarts Tony Stark figure. This is all known to me from Baltimore. Brandon, an outstanding dude with an outstanding girl, and I love both of them. And I wish I could hang out with them more, to be honest. But we did hang out recently, and he brought this for me to look at as well as something else, which would probably already come out by now. That being said, let's talk about accessories. First of all, ladies and gents, that is how you do a stand. That is beautiful. We got different colors, we got different levels. There is one issue which I'm going to talk about right now, and then we have paint apps. This is made up of a number of different pieces, and then these three pegs correspond to these three holes, but somewhere down the line this peg here got stressed. So I recognized it when I got it out of the box, and I didn't put this on there all the way. But if you get this, just be mindful. It feels pretty secure, but I wouldn't press it. And then this is made up of a number of different pieces. Oh Lord, there we go. There. And then these can all be stacked away and stored. So a really nice stand, lots of detail, lots of sculpt work, and has a strong presence. And then other accessories include two of these, which are for when he's like half suited up. We'll talk about the articulation of this once it's on. So it's left and right of this, and then a left and right forearm with fist or, blast shooting hand. And then you have three hand options for each: closed fist, open hand, like holding hand, and then flying or saluting hand. And I did saluting hand because it's Veterans Day today, and this probably won't come out on Veterans Day, but if you served, I thank you for your service. So let's talk about the figure. So the head is on a double ball peg. No, actually, you know what? I really want to take that off, but I'm not going to. It might be a double ball peg just in the neck, and then a single ball peg in the neck to the head. There's one thing I want to say about this figure straight away, and that is the joints are abnormally tight. There's also a lot of shading on the face here, but nothing on the neck, and then nothing on the forearm. Well, no, it's subtle on the forearms, and then there's some heavy shading on the hand. So there is some stuff that's just thrown off a bit by this. But I love the face sculpt. I think it's a pretty dead ringer for Robert Downey Jr. It's not the best, but I think it's pretty close. And then all this digital painting and stuff. I think they're still working some kinks out, but it looks pretty good to me. The hair looks dry brushed to me, with like a coppery brown on top of a darker brown. So articulation wise, you get it down to there, up to there, and pretty much anywhere in between. Feels like a double ball peg from chest to abdomen. This leg does keep coming off. I did fix it, but we'll talk about it. Chest to abdomen. So that works fine, and then nice blue paint on the chest as well. My kids just got home, so pardon me. And then we have nice paint on here, and it's very fine, and it is also sculpted. All those little lines and stuff in there are sculpted. Same as for the ribbing on the suit as well. So that's all really well done. We have a butterfly joint. Well, it's not really a butterfly joint. It's a disc hinge to a ball peg, and then it has a cover, like shield over top of it to hide the joint. But you get it across from there, and then out to there, up to there, and then all the way around. So that works well. No bicep swivel, but you get the swivel at the elbow. This is sculpted down to there and then painted, so that all works fairly well. The wrist is on a swivel and a ball hinge, and that ball hinge should be able to move at both ends. It does, so that's nice, and then up and down there, so to speak. Feels like another, you know what, let's just take a look if we can. So it's like a skeleton frame. Do you see that? Do you see how that is? So there's this joint here that comes down to the Y for the ball peg for the legs, and then it goes up into another ball joint. So that's pretty interesting. And then all of that is sculpted, and then you can get and painted, and you can get the swivel. It is tight. This is a tight figure, and that becomes problematic. So a wide jointed ball joint for a hip, which I did, when he gave it to me, it was not on. And then I did get it back on. And there. And oh, I thought it was. So we're just going to go on the other side. Actually, let me just fix it real quick. Okay. So you saw the ball peg. I'm not going to mess with this leg a whole lot. We'll mess with this one instead. This is a floating piece here, as you saw. So you can get the leg up to there. It says 90 degrees. Back to there, which you don't really need anyway, and then out to the side. And I just popped this one off. So maybe I wouldn't go up that far. I don't know. Knee tight also. Single hinge. Get you back to there. Sheesh. All the wrinkles in the pants are sculpted well. Feels like another ball hinge for the ankle. So you get an ankle tilt. And then rocker. And then a toe hinge. And then all the boot is sculpted, painted, and the laces are all painted independently as well. So that's all good. But I got to tell you, this figure ain't all good. Anyway, so let's talk about the gimmick, right? So you can take this off, and you can slide that arm on. And you can take that off and slide that leg on. And that is the gimmick here. I'm going to do the same on the other side so that we can see it when it's complete. And there he is all armored up. And of course he has the 2 open hand options as well if you'd rather do those. And they just pull in and out. Articulation wise, it's pretty much the same, except you just pretty much get the swivel here. You don't really get to utilize... Let's take a look. Yeah, because it's just a ball peg, so you don't really get to utilize any up, down, or in, out. I mean, there's a little bit there, but nothing really worth mentioning. The paint is fantastic. Not as great as the regular Iron Man figure. It actually doesn't look as full on the arms as it does look on the legs. But I think it's a cool idea. And then you get this little flap here, which is fine, I guess. And then for the legs, you get the same there. It just popped off again. That's not good. Ankle tilt, down, up, toe hinge, rocker. And I think that joint might be die cast. But, yeah. So, cool idea. I'm not sure how well it was executed. Final thoughts wise, I wish I had better news for you, but this is the worst SHFiguarts figure I've ever seen. The paint is great, the materials are good, but that's about where this stops. The gimmick is cool, and the stand is fantastic, so I'll give them that. The sculpt works as well. The problem is the build. The joints are too tight, they're squeaky all over the place, and then the one leg keeps popping off. I mean, you've seen it pop off throughout this review 3 or 4 times. You know, it's funny, when he gave this to me, he was like, see if you can fix that leg for me, and as soon as I took it out of the packaging, I popped it back on. I was like, oh, it's fine. You know, why didn't you just pop it back on? It was a little tricky to get to, but I'm sure, you know, he's looked at enough figures where he could have popped it back on. Yeah, well, little did I know. This thing's popped off 4 or 5 times now. It's a nightmare. If I was him, I'd return it. So yeah, this is a premium figure at a premium price and with a premium reputation, but this doesn't do anything to solidify any of those things. So I can't recommend this. I think this is the first SHFiguarts figure that I just can't recommend. Based on the one I'm looking at here, I just don't have enough good to say about it. The sculpt is good, the paint is good, the stand, the accessories, and gimmicks are cool. It's just the actual build and playability of the figure sucks. So I hope that helps. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.